what prompted you to call Salt Lake City Police?
Well, I thought it was weird that there are people who know about the entire case and the harassers seem to know about it more than me. And I'm concerned there might be an insider who's letting them know about the case.
They felt Melvin was trying to control her and wouldn't let her hang out with them. They also found it very unusual that he would often talk about guns and weapons.
Some help from my daughter, who's a student at University of Utah.
What would you feel about a girl trying to get help from the police but getting ignored and ending up being shot after a while? This is the tragic story of Lauren McCluskey. The 21-year-old Lauren was a student at the University of Utah, majoring in communications. As per her university, she was a bright student, maintaining a high GPA and a notable field athlete in the university's track and field team.
University Police and Security, how can I help you?
Hi, this is Lauren. I called a few days ago about a situation and I wanted to kind of give an update.
Lauren was a lively, kind-hearted girl who often enjoyed singing and hanging out with friends.
She was so excited about having a career, about, having a family in the future.
She would have never thought how life would take a drastic turn. On October 22, 2018, it was around 9 p.m. when Lauren McCluskey was found dead in the backseat of a car in a parking lot. Outside her dorm and under the premises of the Salt Lake City campus of the University of Utah, she was brutally shot 7 times in the car.
Hi, my daughter, Lauren McCluskey, was talking to her mom, and then she just started saying, no. Someone might have been grabbing her or something.
At 8:20 p.m., Lauren was on her phone with her mother, Jill McCluskey, when someone approached her. She screamed and dropped her phone while he kept dragging her to the university's parking lot. Her father, Matt McCluskey, quickly alerted the university that her daughter was in danger. However, when the police reached the spot, it was too late. About 3 hours later, police traced her murderer and followed him. He was seen entering Trinity AME Church, but the moment police entered, he shot himself. The police identified the man as Melvin Sean Rowland, a 37-year-old registered sex offender who had spent over a decade in prison and was on parole.
So you already spoke to the campus police?
Yes, they haven't updated or done anything.
According to Lauren's parents, Lauren had told her that he had been stalking and harassing her for over 2 weeks. Receiving a lot of threats from Melvin and his friends had made her frustrated and hopeless with getting no help from the university's police. It was discovered that Melvin was Lauren's ex-boyfriend and had recently broken up. Over a month ago, in September 2018, Lauren met Melvin for the first time at London Bell, Salt Lake City bar, where he was working as a bouncer at the bar. He had introduced himself to her with a fake name and age. After a few meetings at the bar and her dorm, they started dating. Lauren had also introduced him to some of her friends. As Melvin started staying and spending time at Lauren's dorm, her friends became concerned. They felt Melvin was trying to control her and wouldn't let her hang out with them. They also found it very unusual that he would often talk about guns and weapons. At the beginning of October, a few weeks before the tragic event, Lauren learned that Melvin had been lying about his identity.
The woman I've met or came across, I used my manipulation tactics to get what I wanted.
He not only lied about his name and age, but had never told her that he was a sex offender on parole. After returning from a trip to Washington, she confronted him and asked about his identity, which he admitted. After learning that he had lied to her, she instantly ended her relationship. In only a few days, Lauren had started receiving threats from Melvin and his friends. Some of the messages were to lure her to get out of her dorm, saying that Melvin had died, which she confirmed was a lie as he was still posting on his social media account. Later, he had even demanded money. Otherwise, he would share private photos of her. In the hope of stopping him from posting them, she had sent $1,000 to him. Lauren had contacted university police and reported about Melvin and his friends' threatening messages. She also said that he had extorted $1,000 from her by blackmailing her to post her intimate photos. She was constantly in talks with Officer Miguel Deras and had sent all of the messages and photos of her as evidence. But after not getting any help, she called the Salt Lake City Police Department, which told her to contact her university police back. Then, Chief Dale Brothy informed her that the police had taken her report and a detective would follow Melvin's movements. She didn't get a follow-up response, and despite putting in every effort to get any sort of protection from university police, all of her pleas were ignored. After investigating Lauren McCluskey's case for about 2 years,
they chased him to this location after making entry into the church, and officers then coming.
numerous revelations shocked the university authorities, her family, and friends. With the massive...
So you already spoke to the campus police?
Yes, they haven't updated or done anything.
All units attempt to locate a suspect involved in possible kidnapping. The victim is Lauren McCluskey. Her mother heard her yell, "No, no," on the phone. Then the line went quiet.
Reports received from Lauren in the records, it was evident that university police were slacking and weren't taking her seriously. Sadly, it was revealed that Chief Dale Brophy processed no procedure, as he had told her he was following a detective to Melvin. He didn't even learn about his parole, which he could easily have after a quick identity search. In 2019, horrific news was discovered by the Tribune team when they were inquiring about Lauren's case from the university police campus. According to a campus officer, a private picture of Lauren was shown by Officer Miguel Diraz from his phone to him. He was the same police officer whom she had first contacted and had sent her private photos as evidence that Melvin had blackmailed her.
She trusted him and he betrayed her trust. He engaged in so many phone calls with her and texts, and even visited with her in person on more than one occasion.
Another campus officer said that the officer even bragged about seeing the images whenever he wanted. Later on, the security footage found Melvin in various spots on Lauren's campus, searching for her a few days before the shooting that ended her life. These revelations caused immense pain and frustration to Lauren's parents. In 2019, they filed a case against the University of Utah in federal court for not taking their daughter's case seriously. The next year, they filed another lawsuit after knowing Officer Diraz had displayed her private picture to other officers.
He pled guilty, and Lauren McCluskey's family agreed to the sentence that was given. Vogel turned himself in to police and explained that he had provided Melvin with the handgun after he saw what had happened.
The University of Utah accepted their lack of interest and admitted that things would not have escalated to this if the university police actively participated in a report. As part of the settlement, the university will construct an indoor track facility under her name, as she was a renowned track athlete. They will also rename their Center of Violence Prevention to her name. Indeed, Lauren McCluskey's case has disclosed a bitter reality about the system's lack of interest and not taking victims seriously. The media and upper authorities had shaken this university to prevent further unfortunate events. If you found this video interesting, please show your support by liking, turning the bell notification on, and subscribing to our channel for more content. Until next time.